for ideas to find the best ideas that use the online world to change the offline world from across the UK. And from those 130 ideas, we have chosen 6 that we want you to make real this weekend. So we want you to take them from absolute back of the envelope through to being something that will change something that matters in about 48 hours.
I'm here because there are problems and solutions, and I'm a product designer, so I work in the kind of physical space with problems and solutions, and I just want to see how that kind of relates, how different that is in a kind of virtual space.
Well, we work with lots of people who have disabilities, and we work with their carers as well. And all the time they tell us about things that make their lives difficult. One of those things is that when they want to just go out for a normal day out, they're not able to do that because there's nowhere for them to go and use the toilet.
But the buses are pretty crap.
Why?
In general.
Why?
The buses don't run on time. Buses go wrong places. They don't tell you when there's a detour. One of the biggest gripes, this doesn't really fit in, but a bus describes its whole route by a number or a place name.
Yeah.
That works well for planes and trains, but not really buses where you're getting off street by street.
I'm doing social chain gangs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because I think it's fascinating. I mean, you can also implement like other technologies. You can bring in text messaging. You can do so many different things to make it happen right away. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've described it before, like SimCity versus mixed with Wikipedia. You know, you can go on, you can find the areas of your city. Google Maps sort of style, perhaps, as well, is another thing that springs to my mind straight away. But you can go on and then play with the terrain that you've got, and using a selection of tools, perhaps. I'm saying perhaps because it's anything's possible in the next day. It might turn out to just be text-based.
The Social Innovation Camp is basically slave labour. It's people doing lots of work for no money and just being paid in kind of like food and drink. It's amazing how productive you can get that slave labour to be.
Yeah, is there like pizza or something? Oh yeah, change. Yeah, I'll have a change pizza for this one.
We headed down the pub. I think there are a couple of people with a bit of a hangover this morning, but the building now has arrows covering the floor.
Early problems. We have one team that has 21 people and another that has 3 and no leader. A little bit stressful. These things sort themselves out within the first few hours, but something to keep an eye on.
So there are always 1,000 things that go wrong that we fix over the course of the weekend. And then at the end of it, what comes out of it is just so amazing, and people have such a great time that we've forgotten just how much work it is. And that's probably necessary for us to do it all again.
Breakfast was double ordered. Not our fault, but we have 240 croissants. So people will be well fed. Other than that, no problems. Peachy keen.
Well, I called it my police service, and I wanted it to be a service that could possibly be utilised by the police to kind of gain feedback and opinions from the public about what they thought of their service, but to keep it, like we mentioned before, very positive.
What do you think about the police?
Arseholes.
Where would you put them? The police would be a mess.
They can be annoying sometimes, but they're good as well.
I wouldn't say they're my best friends.
Yeah, I think they do a good enough job. I think they're a bit restricted with all the paperwork and stuff like that.
I think feedback's definitely a good idea, yeah. They need to hear what we have to say.
After the police came and helped me out, once my flat was broken into, I definitely would have given feedback on a website.
A lot of people would use it. I know for a fact a lot of people would use it.
We are building a site to marry up people who want to make a difference with people who need something done. So it's kind of like a dating agency for volunteers and opportunities. We're looking at getting something in the next 17 hours that demonstrates this straight away. So to find a community group or a community garden or a social space or anything that are looking for something to be done and saying, right, okay, well, we came up with this idea, literally flash mob it. In the next 17 hours, we will have this done for you.
Toil hasn't captured the imagination like the flash mobbing or the Citypedia. it's not all about the glamour, Mikey, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just about need.
Would you say we're sort of morphing towards a product that we can start to see so people are getting excited? Genuinely excited.
What's it looking like right now?
Scribbles on a whiteboard. But don't worry, it's under control.
Okay, so the process I went through just all the rails. To try and start from scratch on something like Rails at this point just seems like madness.
I mean, it would be pretty sweet if we could do it.
I think we could do it. Come on! Yes!
What's happening here at the moment?
We are flocking.
Sorry?
We're flocking.
What does that mean?
We're creating a volunteer flash mob flock herd.
Okay, so it's about the herding process.
The flocking process. Flocking, yes.
I'm working on, what do we call it? It's the resculpting tool. So it's based on game design elements. So if you imagine something like SimCity, and I think that's really what we're looking at, is where we're taking this derelict land and then giving people tools so that they can redesign it. So that's what I'm in charge of, that bit there. Building it all from scratch.
Wow.
It's just inspired by. In a couple of hours.
How far have you got so far?
Not far enough.
We're collaborating kind of across borders here, so we're exchanging skills and knowledge in a very
What's
kind of.
going on? There's a little bit of a.
We're chatting. I think so. I think anything's legal in this place, isn't it? Except for smoking. Can't smoke.
I think we're at the stage now where the presentation is starting to come together. The thinking, I think, is nearly finished, and we're looking at graphics, and we were just talking about the extent to which we're going to build a site or not build a site, and actually is that a good use of the rest of the time, or so it's I think it's kind of close to that 2 p.m. deadline of, you know, what do we need to do to present this well at 2?
Half of our team have disappeared to go and actually do a real life flash mob. So
Yeah, we're supposed to be there actually.
yes, you should go. You're going to be super late.
17 minutes, go.
Everything okay?
No,
What's the problem?
I can't get the video to work.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
I can't get the file formats right to put into the software, and I can't get the hard drive to be read on this computer, only on this computer.
Aww.
How it works is actually simplicity itself.
Explain a little bit how the data might be displayed.
So I think there's definitely an underlying social issue there.
Who are disabled and need to have a properly accessible toilet.
And the winners of Social Innovation Camp Glasgow, my police.
I think there's some amazing projects here. I know kind of guys from Citypedia and well, all the other projects have worked so hard over the last kind of couple of days, and I think it really shows. And these projects are going to go a lot further than you've seen them today.
I feel a little bit emotional. It's just amazing how much work people put in over the weekend, and just seeing the ideas in that final session, and then it was so close, between the judges, and just you couldn't separate the teams in terms of just how well they'd done, and I'm maybe even a little bit proud of Social Innovation Camp, because I think it's a fantastic thing.
Well, I just wanted to come and explore the idea, and to actually win it is amazing, and just meet a great bunch of people that really want to take it forward. It's great, and cheers everyone.